Okay, students, what I have here is my plan. When I think about what I want to draw, I kind of plan it out and do a little research. I looked up some pictures. So for my big kids that are going to decide on your own pictures, that's why I suggested the sketchbook. For my younger kids, we are going to work together on these four. But if you have your own idea, and instead of a cat, you wanted a dog, or instead of a school, you wanted your house, or instead of a paint palette, you wanted a soccer ball. These are things that you can switch out. I wanted to give us all four. I wanted to give everybody four good, solid ideas. So yes, you can use some of these, but I have a contest sort of for the fine arts event to pick one of these that is amazing. Actually, I have to pick 12 of our Loteria cards that are amazing. And it's not supposed to be any Loteria card that exists today. It should be an invented one, and it should be significant to you. And that's why I added El Gato, because a lot of times you'll hear my kitty cat Jojo making noise, and I care about Jojo, and so he's important to me. We are all at the school together, La Escuela, and I teach art, and you do art with me, and we are doing art today. So we have La Paleta de Pintura, which is a paint palette. Kind of an old-fashioned one, but I liked the way it looked. When I did my research on what I wanted to draw, I did select and choose one that looked a little old-fashioned. If you notice, I drew with a marker today. I'm going to ask you, no, please don't use markers today. The only reason I'm drawing with a marker is so that my camera, right there, you can see better. You're going to do pencil and crayon for the beginning. Next week we are painting. Next week we are painting. So please make sure that you have paints ready to go. I had a whole bunch of paints picked up in the office. If you still need paints, I'll make sure that there's still paints in the office, okay? So here we go. What are we doing today? With your paper, I want you to fold it one time, 2 times, to get 4 equal rectangles. Try to be slow and careful and line up your corners the best you can. Okay. I have 4 equal rectangles, so I have 4 places to work on my Loteria ideas and my Loteria designs. Instead of putting our paper sideways, where everything's a wider rectangle, turn it this way, because this is the shape of the Loteria cards. It's taller. Now, I am going to go through a few ideas for Loteria. I thought, since this art is going to be with pencil and crayons and paint, we could do a symbol for paint. So I have a paint palette. And again, this is pencil first, please. If I had my pencil first, I could draw this easily, correct any mistakes. Okay, there's my paint palette. Now when I add color, I can make those the colors of the rainbow. That could look nice. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. That's just a hole where your thumb holds it. It's kind of an old-fashioned paint palette. Down at the bottom, have space to write your word in Spanish. La paleta de la, oh, this is long. Pintura. La paleta de la pintura. If I were in pencil, I would make that smaller so that I could fit it all together. I have to pick a number, and since there's 6 colors in the main rainbow, I want to ahead and just do 6. I'm going to do another image over here. Mi gatto se llama Jojo. My cat named Jojo. He's important to me. And I could write El gato. And he's only 5 years old. Okay. Today we are at school. This really is a symbol of a schoolhouse. Very few schoolhouses look like this anymore. So it is very much a symbol. Remember, I need some space to write my word at the bottom. Escuela. La. Escuela. And for my English speakers that don't speak any Spanish, we can help you translate your image and your idea. La escuela, this is actually my 17th year teaching school, so I put the number 17 here. That means something to me. Now I have a space here. I'm not going to tell you what it needs to be. I thought it could be el canguro, the kangaroo. It could be your favorite sport. It could be soccer. It could be your favorite fruit, la pera, pear. It could be something significant to you. It could be glasses, if you wear glasses. It could be chicken, if you have chickens running around your house. Think about what your symbols could be. Okay, friends, because we're going to paint next week, I'm going to say absolutely no marker. So put your markers away. Find some crayons, okay? So when you get your crayons out, we're gonna look for some different colors, make our art colorful. I want to share with you some good ideas. One good idea is to trace around your picture with a dark crayon. I know I use this, but we talked about not using the markers today. I just use it so you could see. Hi, Jojo. Okay, I have a whole bucket of things, and hopefully you have some choices at your house. And if you are in specials class with us, we will get you what you need. I am looking for a dark crayon. It does not have to be black. I found a gray. It could also be dark purple. And when you find it, I want you to trace around your lines with a dark crayon so that we can see it. Just like the reason I use black right now is so you could see very good. So tracing with a dark crayon will look really good. You can see it very good. Now I'm going to talk to you about not coloring your background. Do not color your background. We are only coloring the symbol today. Now Jojo's a black kitty, but I think because of the color of the card I'm thinking of and the color of the outline and his nose and his eyes, I'm just gonna use this gray and I'm gonna color lightly so that he is filled in. I do not want my background colored because I want that to be paint next week. I'm gonna go around. Notice how I'm coloring in a back and forth line pattern. I can go over his nose, that's okay. Sometimes we try to color in circles, and that only works if you're filling in a very small circle. That's not a problem. You can color in a circle in a very small circle. But when we're coloring a big space, it looks best if we color back and forth lines in a line pattern. What I'm doing is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, or zigzag, zigzag, but I'm filling it in close together. I did turn my hand just a little bit. I don't want to do that too many times. Okay, so I've got El Gato colored in gray and no background. We're going to paint that next week. Next, I have La Escuela and La Paleta de la Pintura.